Going on, guys? Orms Forum coming at you today. Um, Coming in a little perplexed, a little bit, little jacked up, trying to figure out some stuff. For all you guys that don't really know, I'm in a lot of Lions chat rooms on Facebook, and I'm like a ton of them, four, five, six. I can't even really remember how many. I'm in a ton. Um, but I get into debates with guys, and in the past, I've tried to I used to be like, I just did the total bashing, swearing, calling people names, back and forth. It just wasn't me. It's actually really tiresome, right? Um, so I've been trying to curb that. I've been trying to have solid debates with guys about my football team that I love, and that usually my fellow Lions fans love, right? But I will get into it with anybody. If I don't agree with you, I'm telling you. I'm telling you that I don't agree with you, and I expect the same. You know, um, but as of lately, I'm just trying to be a lot more mature about it. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to try to explain a couple things. So if I swear, I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit riled up, and I'm a little bit confused about my fellow Lions fans, that some of them. Okay, so anyways, I just want to get to maybe one or two stories. Me and a couple guys in a group. I don't even know what group it was. There's a ton on Facebook though, and I guarantee you'll probably find me on there. They're fun. A lot of them are fun. A lot of them are strict, but some aren't. Some let you go free for all. But I was talking to a couple guys the other day about Jeff Okuda. I've noticed this now. I always seem to be backing up that kid. It's like, and I'm not the only one, but I always seem to be defending that pick. Okay, so anyways, me and a couple guys were talking, and we were going back and forth. And one guy was saying stuff like, if he doesn't come in and become like an all-star right away, bang, make a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, he's got to be better. He's got to be better than Deion Sanders. Wah wah wah. Okay, saying all that stuff, and I'm trying to talk to the guy, and I'm trying to talk him. I'm literally trying to tell this guy, okay, that I'm like, okay, you've already set yourself up for failure. You've already done it. You've already done it. Because if you know football, and I like to think I know it a little bit, cornerback, to play the cornerback position, I think is probably the second hardest position to come in, especially as a rookie, to come in and be successful, or just to be even just to be dominant. Okay? Quarterback being number one. Coming in and being a quarterback, being that leader is probably number one. Corner, number two. That's my opinion. Some people might have different opinions, and that's fine. Okay? So I was just trying to tell this guy, listen, man, I just want Okuda to come in and be successful. I want him to come in, play tough, play hard. Okay? Just come in and play hard. He's not going to come in and be right away the number two cornerback in all of NFL. He's not coming in and being Deion. He's not coming in to do that. So certain Lions fans already put this guy, they've already labeled him a bust. If he doesn't come in and he doesn't get 8 interceptions, 70, 80 tackles, game-winning picks, listen, we all want that. But you have to, there's got to be a reality to it. You have to think about it this way. Like I said, cornerback is a really tough position to learn, especially coming in at the next level from college to the pros. It's not going to happen. It's very rare. It's very, very rare. You just don't see it much, okay? And you have to taper your expectations. You have to. I want Okuda to come in and be dominant too. I want him to come in and get 10 interceptions, 100 tackles, 80 tackles or 70 tackles, whatever. You know what I mean? I want him to be a beast from the start. But But, okay, it's not going to happen like that right away. It's not going to happen like that. You have to be realistic. I want him to come in and I want him to learn the game. Desmond Trufant, whether you like it or not, is right now is our number one guy. Okay, he's been in the league 7-8 years. He's 29. He's had some really good years in Atlanta. He's going to literally teach Okudah how to play the game. Now, maybe Okudah comes in and lights it up. It makes me look stupid. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit there and I'm not already going to label this kid a bust. People have already done it. Labeling him a bust. How? It just doesn't, your expectations are way too high. You want the kid to play good. You want the kid to learn the game. Yeah, okay, man, get a couple picks, but you don't just judge a corner by his interceptions. It's not reality. You guys have to have a little bit of faith, man. Some of you guys just have your expectations are insane. You know what I mean? And don't give me the, oh man, look at this, it's a Lions fan making excuses. It's not an excuse, because I'm not saying I want the kid to come in and fail. I don't want him to come in and fail at all. At all. I want the kid to come in and be a beast. But I expect him to get torched at times. I expect him to learn. I expect the rookie mistakes. I don't care if he was drafted 3rd overall. You have to taper your expectations just a little bit. Yeah, I want him to be that game-changing corner. Yeah, I want him to be the guy that every quarterback fears in the NFL, but I don't think it's going to happen right away. Now, does everybody think Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals is going to come in and throw for 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns? Does everybody think that? Does everybody think that Chase Young, the defensive end from Washington, is going to come into Washington and get 15 plus sacks? I guarantee you he doesn't. I guarantee it. Okay? But you want Burrow to come in for Cincinnati, and you want him to come in and you want him to look the part. Right? He's number one pick. Yes, you want to see him make throws that are insane. You want to see him do things that makes him the number one pick. You want to see Chase Young. Oh, shit. That's why we drafted Chase Young. He got 2 sacks in one game, and he's dominating today, right? But there's going to be games where they get shut out. There's going to be games where Chase doesn't do much. There's going to be games where Burrows gets intercepted 3 times. It's going to happen. It's the NFL. You guys, you fans, man, you have to taper him just a bit, man. Just taper it a bit. That's all I'm asking. That's it, man. That's it. And it's not like I don't want to see a rookie produce. I even had a guy yesterday. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he's telling me he doesn't expect anything from rookies. Okay, this is another Lions fan. He expects nothing from. This is a whole different conversation, by the way. He expects nothing from rookies, and he says that we as fans and the organization should not count on players coming in as rookies. So, what do you mean? Then, you know what I mean? Then why were you drafted? Why did you get drafted? Do you think Bob Quinn is drafting Jeff Okudah and he's saying, okay, well, I don't expect completely. I expect nothing from this guy. I expect him to get beat for 16 games. I expect him to learn maybe 2-3 years on the road. No. That's not what any of us are saying. We even got into the Hawkinson thing I got into a Hawkinson thing about this guy. This guy said, well, if you would expected anything from Hawkinson, he should have got 60 catches. What? As a rookie tight end, that doesn't happen. You go look at the list. There's a few guys that have done it. Ditka did it. Evan Ingram did it. Jeremy Shockey did it. There's been a handful of guys that have done 60 and over. I think Ditka had 80 or whatever, man. Back in the day. And Ingram had 70. Shockey had a bunch, 89. It happens, okay? But when you got a guy like Hawkinson, now we're talking about Hawkinson now, sorry. But I didn't expect him last year to come in and catch 60 plus footballs. No. We have Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones, and Danny Amendola on the roster. And Kerryon Johnson catches the football too. And you brought in Logan Thomas, who's kind of a pass-catching tight end. So I don't expect guys to come in right away and be animals. I expect bumps in the roads. I expect it. Any fan should. And if you haven't, if anybody listening to this, any of your teams, man, and you got a rookie and you're expecting those guys to come in and be all pro right away, I suggest you watch something else. Seriously, because you're going to be sorely disappointed. You're going to be. You want your guy to be good, of course. You want him to flourish. You want him to prove that he's the reason why he went in the first round. But just don't already, like, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Don't do it. I wish everybody luck, man. Like those type of guys, because I feel sorry for guys like that. You've already set yourself up for failure, and you already set up your first round pick for failure, and it's sad. You have to have a little bit of reality. Come back into reality, guys. Okay, all right. So that's all I had to say about that, man. I had to get it off my chest. If it meant anything, I don't know. Leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, guys, and everybody be safe. Boom.